Welcome to the winter edition of the Moonlight Clean with me. In this video, I'm going to shine my sink. But before we get into that, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women how to make and keep a home. So if you want to learn more about running a household, cooking and cleaning and laundry, hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, let's get into it. Every season, I issue an invitation to all of you to join me in a Moonlight Clean with me. That just means after dark, when the moon is up and the sun is down, you're going to clean something in your home. And this year, we're focusing on the kitchen, the heart of the home. So all you had to do was clean something in your kitchen after dark. You got to decide what it is that you clean. You could clean an appliance, you could clean the kitchen itself, you could show your after dinner cleanup, you could show washing the dishes and a new product, whatever. As long as it was in the kitchen, it was fair game. So I decided to shine my sink. Now, I follow the Flylady cleaning process, and every January she starts us out all over again with shining our sink. And there is a specific process that we are to follow. And I thought I would share that with you today. So let's get that started. Now, these are the things that I need to shine my sink. I'm going to use some bleach, and if you would rather use vinegar instead of bleach, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to use this Barkeeper's Friend because that's what I've got, but you can use Bonami or Common or something else, whatever you prefer. Some glass cleaner, a little bit of oil or car wax will work as well, a toothbrush, a skewer to kind of get around the edges, a cup to measure out my bleach, and then of course some gloves. And the first thing you're going to do is make sure you have emptied all the dishes from your sink. You can't have anything in there. Then you're going to run it full of water on both sides, and then you'll add the bleach. You'll let it sit for an hour, and then you'll come back and you'll finish up the process. So let's get that started. So you start out with an empty sink, and then you're going to put the plug in each side and fill it up all the way to the top. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of bleach to each side of the sink. And you add the bleach after the water is in. You don't want to put the bleach in and then put the water in, because that running water will make that bleach bubble all up. So you don't want to do that. So now we'll let the sink just sit for an hour. So I'm going to set the timer on the microwave for 60 minutes, and I'll just let the sink sit and just soak for an hour, and then I'll let the water out, and then we'll continue the process. And you'll be amazed at how dirty your sink is. Even though you clean it every day, you'll be amazed at how dirty it is. So I'm going to let it sit for an hour, and then we'll come back. Okay, so my time is just about up, so I'm going to go ahead and get my gloves on so I can get ready to let that water out. So there's my beeper. And now we're going to let this water out. And I'm using my gloves because remember there's bleach in here. And then you want to be sure and rinse all of this bleach out before you put your comment or anything like that in there, because since you've had the bleach, you don't want to get any unusual chemical reactions. Now, if you use the vinegar, you don't have to worry about that. And one of the reasons why I really like using the bleach and doing this process is because it also helps me clean out my garbage disposal. So first we're going to rinse this sink out. Now I'm going to put in the barkeeper's friend. And scrub the sink. You'd be amazed how dirty this sink can get. And I clean my sink every night after dinner. But I don't do all of this every night after dinner. I only do this process 2, maybe 3 times a year. Then we take this skewer and clean around the edges here to see if there's any debris that we missed when we're cleaning up on a daily basis. Now let's rinse all of this off. Now I'm going to clean around the faucet with this old toothbrush. You'd be surprised what can collect in those little nooks and crannies. Even under here. And then even right here. You'd be surprised what collects just from water coming out. So you want to be sure and clean that out as well. Now let's get it good and rinsed. I thought I better slip an apron on since I was leaning on the sink and I got all this bleach and everything going on. I didn't want to get that on my dress. Now let's dry this out. And it looks shinier already. Doesn't this make a huge difference? And I know that my garbage disposal is looking pretty good too. Now I'm going to spray it with a little Mrs. Meyer's glass cleaner. And just wipe that around some more. Just gives it a little bit more of a shine. But look how shiny that sink is. And it's looking pretty good. And then some people like to add just a little bit of oil. A little bit of oil just to give it a little bit extra shine. Some people use car wax. Some people use oil. And it just gives it just a little bit extra shine. Kind of like putting that extra layer of, that extra coat of wax on your car. Just shines it up nicely. And there it's all done. So there's my sink, all nice and clean and shiny, and it's ready for the day. Now, as I said earlier, I don't do this entire process every night. I only do this process once or twice a year, sometimes 3 times, just depending upon what's going on. But I love the results. And I mean, doesn't it look amazing? If you enjoyed this video, I have some other cleaning videos that I'm sure you will enjoy. I will link them below as well as above with an iCard. But definitely check out the playlist so that you can see what all the other creators have done. I mean, these women got their clean on, and you will just be surprised at some of the things that they decided to clean. I will link that playlist below so you can check that out. And be sure to stop back and check out my What's for Dinner, roasted chicken and root vegetables. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I am a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I will see you next time.